So leadership is not in titles or position. So how we handle the situation, how we train our juniors. So as a leaders, you should understand the culture of the organization. You should shape the culture. So every leader should be the role model for their team. So when the situation comes tough, then the true leaders evolves actually, and you can reveal your true leadership from you. Okay, you should have a rapport to speak to customers. Mistake நடந்துருச்சுன்னா accept பண்ணிடுங்க. This is our mistake, we will correct it. Repeat ஆகாம பாத்துக்கங்க. First, understand that whether it is possible to complete within 10 days. First, you understand the load, clarity, system, process. Then only you agree the deadline. So after deadline, you possible break it into pieces, give it to many people and work it together. So every year, you should analyze yourself. Last year I was there, this year I am there. Whether I am grown or not. What should I do? So whatever skills you are developing, it will help your personal life also. And the main important thing is enjoy the work and do that. So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
This is a beautiful topic, leadership skills, right? So happy to take this session. Leadership actually it is not in our positions or the title. Okay, it is everyone. Can you put mute? So leadership is not in titles or position. So what position we are holding, whether we are manager, director, senior manager, it is not like that. It is not in the position. So how we act, so how we handle the situation, how we train our juniors, how we handle the tough situations. Even nobody is there, nobody watching us. So because leadership is a mindset. So suppose if you are believing you are the leader, you will automatically act, whether it is in your personal life or in the official scenarios. So first that mindset has to come to us. We are the leader. There are certain qualities required. We need to handle that way. So it is more about mindset is more important for the leadership. So whoever there in the meeting, I believe you are all leaders. You are leading the team. You are leading the project. You are leading a 10-member team or 1-member team. That is different, but you are the leader in your position. So you have to earn that quality. So in this session, I'm just going to connect some of the leadership skills, which is connecting in our day-to-day business also. Okay, so that will be more useful. And by taking the session, I learn something also. Every presentation, that's what. So when the teacher give sessions to the students, normally they will learn many things. So I'll also expect something like that. So whenever I'm taking this session, I'm happy to take that session. So I'll learn something from all of you. That is what we need to go forward. So I'll straight away start the presentations. So leaders' role in every organization. So leaders shape organization culture. So we know there is an organization culture, right? We used to say that organization culture. Can you put it in the chat box? What is the organization culture of Odak? Can some of the culture, can you share it from your side? What is the organization culture of Odak? Put it in your chat box. Everyone, including Vaishali, everyone can put this. Best people, brave, grow as a team. Put that, whether right or wrong, put that. What is organization culture? What is Odak's culture? Value creation, respect, teamwork, ethics, together we grow, innovation, women empowerment, providing opportunity, welcoming habitat, standard practices, giving everyone opportunity to grow. Grow together, team supportive, accountability, clear communication, good coordination. Great. So it will go on. So I'll go to the presentation. So as you mentioned here, okay, there is a culture. First, we need to understand that every organization, there is a culture. We need to understand what is our culture. If you go to our website, I don't know how many of the people visited websites regularly. Go and visit our websites and understand what is our culture. So the culture, it can be defined by management. Okay, this is the culture. But who will take or shape the culture? It is leaders only. Because how the culture will evolve for any organization means if every leaders in the organization understand this is the culture. When they behave, they interact, they coordinate, they have to bring that culture. So as a management, we can bring it in the paper. But if we want to make it in the practice, that will happen through you only. So as a leaders, you should understand the culture of the organization. You should shape the culture. So leadership main role is to shape the culture of the organization. So leadership is influence. Influence, I'll tell you what is influence. Okay. For example, by leading by example. For example, if I am the leader, I should be role model for my team. I should come office on time. I should reply mails on time. I should, whenever I'm taking leave, I should inform all this. By seeing this, my teammates will get influenced on me. They should respect us. The respect will not come in 1 day, 2 days, and all. We should influence our team. So every leadership come from the influence only. So if you see the history, yeah, whatever the leaders, by talk they influence somebody, by action they influence somebody. So every leader should be the role model for their team. They should actually influence. So for that, we should be role model for everything. Okay, how we work, how we act, how we behave, how we handle. We should influence your team members. Great leaders build more leaders. So as a leader, it is your responsibility to create more leaders. So how it will happen? You should coach them properly. It is coach them means it is not that by sake of coaching. You need to understand their strength, their weakness. For example, in our home, my kid is studying 5 subjects. Max is not coming properly, but he is good in English. But he is not average in science. But what we will do? We will give more efforts on maths. We will give more, either we will send them to the coaching center or the tuition classes. That is how, wherever we find weakness, we will coach that particular subject, right? The great leaders, what they will do, first they will understand the strength of their team. By understanding that strength, they will give the coaching. So they will create more leaders. So that is the role of the leaders in the every organization. This people leave poor leadership. We all know that. Okay. So once I came into the power, once I came to the lead position, I have choices, right? I can handle my people the way I treat. Uh, because end of the day, if the juniors, most of the team, the people leaves not company. It is about my manager only. So as a leader, what we need to do is we have to take care of our juniors. We have to train them, coach them. If you see the second, third, fourth point are related points for every leaders. Tough times reveals true leaders. So you all know that the situations cannot be same. Every time the situation cannot be very positive. Even the our ECG says that up and down is healthy. It is not straight line, right? So we need to believe that everyone will faces tough times, good time, mid time, everything it will fall on our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day businesses also. So when the situation comes tough, then the true leaders evolves actually. So how they react that problem, how they handle the problems. So don't worry about the tough times. Your tough time only you can understand yourself and you can reveal your true leadership from you. So every leaders role in the organizations are this. You need to understand that you are the one take our culture to next level. So the culture, what we are, you are all mentioned, it is right. But what it is defined, we need to bring it in the practice also. It should not be in the paper. So our what is the organization culture? Customer value creation. Create value to the customer. We are in the service industry. We need to create value to the customers. That is one of the culture. Another one is growth and learning. We should keep on giving facilitating because we are facilitating even this training session because we believe in keep on giving training and elevate our team to next level. So the growth and learning is also part of our culture. Woman empowerment is also our culture. Like that, there are cultures, there are values, there are purpose. Everyone at the junior level, if they are not understanding all these things, that is not the problem. But as a lead members, you all should understand that You are the ambassador for us. You need to bring that cultures in the practice, not in the papers. So I'll go to the next slide. The everyday leadership, the Odak way. What is Odak way? We are in that service industry. So you are all leads for some projects. I hope everyone joining here are taking care of some projects and you are leading some projects. Leading with the clarity and the control. The clarity is very, very important. So what is clarity? What I am doing, what I have to do. So that clarity should be crystal clear. Most of the people without the clarity only they are struggling, whether it is a lead or team member or senior executive. The communications and the clarity should be proper. So I'm asking a couple of questions. Understand your scope clearly. Everyone hope what you understand, what is the scope you understand in your project, what is the scope of my project, you need to understand that. Understand your case studies. Okay, what is happening in the project? Take a list. If you are coming to, if you are joining that project newly, you need to understand what happened earlier, what are all the case studies, and identify the risk. So, for example, in my project, what are all the risk elements? What can go wrong after 1 month? After 2 months, this area we are weak. That identification is a art actually. Then everything, if a sensitive task we are handling means checklist. Implement the checklist properly. Stakeholders alignment. What is stakeholders alignment? Anybody can put it in the chat box again. Okay, what is stakeholders alignment? Please put it in the chat box. What is called stakeholders alignment? As a lead, you need to take care of your stakeholders alignment. That's what we are saying. What is stakeholders alignment? Are you clear on this? Put it in the chat box. Good rapport with the customer by understanding. Yuvraj says, communicate. Put everyone, give your clarity. So these 5 points, if anybody is not clear or everyone is clear, communicate that, yes, I am clear. Leading with the clarity and the control. Whoever is in this group or in this session, they should understand all these things, all these languages first. Yes, I'm clear on my scope. I'm clear on my identification of risk. I know what is checklist. I know what is stakeholders engagement. These languages, this process has to be very, very clear for all of you. So if you are clear, just mention that, yes, I'm clear. Put what is stakeholders engagement, what is checklist. This languages is our part and parcel of our day-to-day business. Okay, so this has to be very, very clear for all of you. Hope it is very clear, right? Then what is the second phase? Building the culture that lasts. For example, any project, measure and monitor. Anything if you are not measuring, that will not able to grow. For example, we are seeing scope. Scope is the one we are agreeing with our customers. How do I monitor the scope or how do I measure the scope? If some scope you are saying that it is not able to measure, then it is our understanding is wrong. Any scope that we can measure, only we need to understand the methodology to measure. If you give any scope, sir, how do you measure this scope? Give me one example, I'll tell you how to measure that. So as a leader, we need to understand that each scope, how do I measure, how do I monitor? This understanding only will create the clarity in the way you are managing the projects. And whatever process we are going to do, repeat with many of your juniors. So create as a repeatable process. SOP means SOP, video means video, training means training video means training video. So whatever possible, don't do it every time. For example, some projects and all, we are keep on giving juniors. So don't keep on giving training individually. Create some documents. If possible, create a video. Okay. Then whenever the junior comes, give that video, train them. So wherever possible, make it as a repeatable process. And the third, another point is empower your team. You need to, for example, in your project, there are 4-member team or 5-member team. You need to empower the team. Okay, you go and replay this. I'll take care. You handle this way, that way. So that empowerment has to go from the leadership actually. Then review, reflect, improve. That anything, okay, we need to have the mechanism to improve, because it is not end. Any process if you are doing, there is a way to improve. For example, my presentation style. I have I made the PPT last till yesterday. I was making in different way. I want to improve this. Maybe I can correct the font. I can correct the picture. Something like that. There is a every process what we are doing. There is a way to improve. Then finally, celebrate your small wins. Actually, for example, some customer is appreciating you. Celebrate with your team. Give the appreciation to your team. You've done a good job. If even the small talks. Today 20 BLs are prepared. Inform that today fantastic. You have done a 20 BLs without any mistakes. Give that appreciation. Celebrate with the team. That will give the motivation as a team. It will give the big motivation for all of you. So for the ODAC, the leadership roles, two phases I'm seeing. One is clarity and the control, and another one is the culture or the processes we need to keep on strengthening. So as a leader, you need to focus on these two areas. Maybe I'll pass the moment from here. If any clarity, we can interact, then we will start the communication. Anything from anybody so far? Just ask some questions. Then we can make it as interactive sessions. Then we will go to the next slides in detail. What do you understand? What is your leadership way? Are you clear on all these things?
Nice, Pritesh.
Yeah,
You said that instead of repetitions like training the newcomers,
yes,
you asked to create videos. But it's not possible for all the process, right? Because some process might take, process might, what we can say that it needs analytical skills and it needs some timely ideas. Based on the same, they can proceed further. So in such cases, we are not able to proceed by creating the videos.
Yuvraj, you take this way. For example, there are 10 processes are there. If anybody coming, I have to train from 1 to 10. So all the 10 cannot be the repeatable process. All the 10 items, no need to train manually, right? For the first 5 items, I can make it as a video or I can make it as a document. I can give it to them. You read. Then you come to me. I'll ask some questions. Because why we are training? First of all, the purpose of the training is make them understand how it is going to be work or how we need to handle that particular scope, right? That actually that is another way of communications only. If you give that document or the video and you can ask questions, what is your understanding on this? If everything is clear, you can eliminate that 5 steps. And another big problem is, for example, if today I'm in good mood, I will train properly. Tomorrow in my home, there is a fight. I'm in the bad mood. I will not train properly. Correct, na? So, but the video or the document, it will not give two different ways. Whatever you created, whether the first day also, second day also, it will go properly. So, the repeatable process, what will happen? One is the consistency will be there. How we are going to train. The consistency will be taken care. The second is the clarity will not change here and there. Some days, for example, today suppose if you ask me to present the same presentation tomorrow, I'll present it in different way. Because yesterday I present a different way, tomorrow I'll present different way. But that the document or the video will not have that problem. So wherever possible, if you are not able to cover all the 10, make it 8. 8 you make it as a document or video. 2 you give it personal training. That is still okay. But the process should be, why should I train all the 10 items every time manually? Because we are keep on changing the projects. If you all understand in our ODAC system, what we are trying to do is don't stick on to the same projects. Keep on going to other projects. So it will be the learning for you as well, organization as well, and the customer also. There will be a different brains will come. So for that, what we need to keep on training the people. So why should we keep on training manually? Make it as a repeatable process. If a couple of items that cannot be trained through video and all, that you train manually. That is no hard and fast rule. But all the 10, don't make it as a personal training.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Everyone is clear about your scopes. If you are clear, put 1. If you are not clear, put 0. For example, in your project, I am clear on my scope. If everyone is, if you are not clear, put 0. Great. So everybody should understand what is our scope for my project. And every scope, we need to find a way to measure and monitor. If anybody is saying that, sir, this particular scope, how do I measure? I'm not clear. Can you give me example? If you, any scope is like that, tell me. Let us have the brainstorming and find out the monitoring way. Any scope, you said all leaders say that I'm clear on the scope. All the scope should have a data to measure and monitor. That is another step actually. If you are started measuring and monitoring, that will definitely have a better visibility in coming days. That will grow further. You will elevate yourself also. But if you are not measuring and monitoring, and if you are handling with your experience, that is not the way to move forward. So as a leadership, we need to have the disciplines. So every scope, we should find a mechanism to measure and monitor. That culture has to go from your side to the team. Anybody saying that, sir, this process I'm handling, but I'm not able to measure. Is there any cases like that from any projects?
Measuring in terms of productivity or?
No, you give me one example. I'll tell you what is it. For example, the typical case. Okay, for example, inventory reports. In NUOCC, there is inventory reports, right? Inventory reports, how to measure? Two ways we have to measure. One is accuracy, whether the inventory is going without any mistakes. That is the one measuring point. Another one is time, whether the inventory report going on time. So if you ask me how to measure inventory report, the two ways we have to measure. One, sending on time is a measure, sending without error is a measure. So like that, if you take any scope, we should find a ways to measure and monitor.
Yeah, when it comes to team-wise, what you said is correct. But when it comes to user-wise, it is not possible to measure because.
So I'm saying measure the scope, not measure the people. Okay, I'm saying that here the point what I'm suggesting is measure the scope, because people measuring is the another subject. I'm not saying measure the people. I'm saying measure the scope. For example, you are assigning the scope to the people, right? For example, BL to be prepared. I'm saying that measure that scope, whether the BL is happening proper. Actually, that is executing by one people only. Correct? Now, I'm saying don't measure the people, but measure the scope. Automatically, that will link to the people also. Anything, even accounts or principal pricing. Okay, somebody is handling the pricing. How do I measure? Two ways. Okay, my pricing. One is again, I am quoting the rates properly, accuracy. Okay, and I am quoting on time. For example, inquiry coming 9 o'clock, I am replying for 1 o'clock. So is it the right way? So the measuring habit should be two ways actually. Like that, if you are understanding that, you will correct it. The most of the time the problem is we are not able to understand that how to measure. So each scope, the team under you is not able to measure. That is not a problem. But for your level, as a lead level, every scope you should find a way to measure and monitor. If not there, you need to think on that. If you are not able to do that, you have to come to delivery managers or come to us. You need to find a way to measure that. Because in the organization, the important is you all has to understand. Okay, so we are in the service industry business. We are giving services to our clients. I always ask, okay, what is your next level? What you are aiming after 5 years, where you want to go? So couple of people will say that I want to be the senior manager, CEO, or regional manager, VP, or I want to start my own business. Like that, there will be some plans, right? Everyone will have a plans. What is after 5 years? What should I do that? You should have a plan. As a leader, you should have a plan actually. Okay. So next 5 years, what is my level? Where I need to. For that, couple of things are very, very important. You need to keep on upgrading yourself. So for that, you need to learn, you need to interact. So you need to upgrade yourself. For example, if one project, this is the learning. How the learnings will happen? It is from books, it is from TV, not only like that. When you interact with the customer, learnings will come. When you interact with the team, the people, whenever we interact with more people, you will get the learnings. Whoever learning many things and implementing in their life or job, they are definitely they will get elevated. So you should have a plan. Actually, my five year, definitely everyone should have a plan. Where should I go then? If you are thinking that I need to start another company, that is a goal. I want to be a VP of that company, like that. But without goal, don't go that. So create your dreams, create your plans, create your visions. For that, you need to elevate yourself. How to elevate? Every people will do different ways. So for you, the best way is people. Engage with more people, engage with a different type of people, speak to them, uh, get understand what is happening in around you, in business, in life, in many things. That is how we need to elevate ourselves. Anything else? Anybody have any questions on this?
One more thing, so sorry for you, sir.
Yeah,
Actually, it is when it comes to leadership quality, the user-wise calculation is also one of the part, because obtaining the FTE, full-time employee calculation. So in such ways, most of the process will not be able to calculate in such a way. So what will be the best idea for those? For example, when it comes to transshipment process, it's not possible for this process to calculate how many users are working in this much of ways, how many users are working in this much of filing. So how will it be easy for us to obtain the FTE?
Okay. So maybe many people, if they are not clear, I'll tell you. How many people required to do the job? That is a question he is asking in the different way. For example, how do we calculate that? Simple actually. There are two things. One is what is the volume and what is the scope. These two things put together, we will arrive how many people are required to do the job. Okay. For example, I'll tell you in the layman example. I want to clean the house. Okay. First, how how much time it is required? Suppose if I am asking, I want to clean my home, how much time is required? This is a question somebody is asking. First, what I'll ask, so what is the size of the home? Correct now. If the size of the home is 500 square feet home, or it is a 5,000 square feet home. First question, normally we will ask that, correct? So because cleaning the house is the scope, but next is what is the volume? Normally we will ask the second question. These two. Then in that home, what are all the things we need to clean that? It is just we need to clean the floor, or we need to clean all the shelf, all this alamaris, many things. Okay. Then that is the second level of question. So, but any scope, it will be like that only. First, for example, what is to be done? Cleaning the house. The next question is what is the size of the home? The third bucket is in that what should I clean that? So if I put these three questions, you will understand that how much time will require or how many people it will require. The same we need to apply here. For example, in your question, transshipment, how many filings are there? I need to file the manifest. Okay, how many filings are there per day? Then how I have to take it? Through 800 mails, I have to take the documents. So how many hours required for that? For that, how many people required that? If you break your questions to 3-4 angle, you will get the answer for this. So, for example, by doing this, I needed 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. By doing the scope, volume, then certain level of clarity, that is process, we can understand that what is the right FTE required to handle this job. In our organization, you all know that maximum we will keep a couple of people extra. Why we are keeping extra? If somebody goes on emergency leave, if somebody goes on a tight process, we need to have a backup, right? That is the reason we are keeping the resources extra. But client, we will agree based on this only. What is the volume? What is the scope? And what way we are doing that? For example, one BL, I need to create the BL, but the software process is very, very tough. For creating the BL, I have to enter 30 places. Then I cannot able to generate the BL within 15 minutes, correct? But same way, one another software, I have to create the BL in the simple flow. I will create it in 15 minutes. So creating the BL is the scope. What software we are creating is the second level clarity. Third level clarity is what are all the steps involved in that software is the third level clarity. By understanding these three, we can understand how much time it will take. Then we can arrive how many people required on this. So as a leader, this is how you need to break that thing into multiple ways to go to the clarity level. Even if customer gives without clarity, you should not allow that. You should ask more questions to get the clarity. Any other questions on this? So except Yuvraj, nobody having no questions. Great. Good questions will make us better. Normally, any meetings you go, ask questions. Whether it is right or not, don't worry. So two things will happen. Okay. One is because this meeting is nothing about your official things and all. We are discussing about leadership, correct? So if you have anything to ask, you can openly ask and get the clarity. If by asking the questions, maybe if I am not able to get the answer, I'll get answer from somebody else also. So the any meetings, if you go, make a habit that speak. That is the best way. As a leader, you should be speaking. Okay, you should not go and attend the meeting silently. You should not be only the listeners. Going forward, if you are not prepared, that is good. That is okay. But any meetings, whether it is a client meeting, tomorrow when we are going to the team meeting, prepare well actually. So before attending the meeting or before going to the meeting, prepare your thing. Ask 2-3 good questions actually. So the way you are asking the questions, you will be elevated to next level. Or when you get the answer for that, you will get the clarity. I'll go back to that presentation. So for a leadership role, I have prepared some situations. Okay, how the leader has to respond. For example, these are all the questions. It is there with everyone. Okay, the teammate is struggling. For example, in your team, one of the member is struggling. They are not able to perform. They are making some mistakes continuously. Or somehow he is not able to justify his job. How do you respond as a leader? How do you respond? Couple of leaders can share your views. How you will respond? For our understanding, any of the leaders, couple of leaders can explain if this your teammate is struggling. How do you handle this situation or how you respond?
Hi, KK.
Yeah, please.
First, I wanted to analyze where he was struggling, whether it
Okay.
is will be problem in training or a process understanding. First, I want to analyze where he was struggling, why he was struggling.
Okay.
So that I wanted to make whether it is in a documentary problem. So I can give some checklist like that. So you can prepare checklist like that. So I wanted to prepare some checklist. So I wanted to follow from couple of shipments with the help of mine.
Okay.
So without help also they can't do, even though he will make a mistake. So with the help of mine, so I want to spend more time to rectify that. If it is skilled level, share what are the skills they wanted to learn, whether it is Excel or email, whatever the small things also will make them to improve. So
Correct.
where he was struggling, so I identify whether it is a software or whatever things or a scope or process. Based on that, I wanted to give some trainings or some ideas, or where he wanted to spend more time he wants to take, means then how to reduce the timings, those things I wanted to share my points, or if anyone achieved like that, I wanted to show them to achieve whatever things.
Great, Shanmugam. So end of the day, that should be the way. We need to understand their problem first. Okay, that is the best as a leader. If somebody is struggling, don't go on that particular subject. Let us go to the root and understand why he is struggling. Whether it is a personal problem or it is a understanding problem. By understanding the problem, you need to assist them to come out from that. Okay, so that is the responses we are expecting from that. Another common situation, if the mistake happens, how do you respond as a leader? Anybody can tell.
First, I wanted to finalize
Not
the root
Shanmugam,
cause.
not Shanmugam, not Shanmugam. Okay.
Okay.
Every situation, I want different answers from different leader.
First, we should stop blaming the juniors for making the mistake. Actually, we should, as a leader, we should take the responsibility to address the mistake, and we need to protect them from that. Later, we can explain to them, this is the scenario or this is the thing you have done and we need to make correction. But as a leader, we should not make into their, we should not project them in front of the clients or anybody to make them unsecure.
Okay. So that is the best way, correct? But same way, in that another part is there. So the second part is very, very important. Yes, in front of the client, you should not blame them. But at the same time, they should understand the seriousness. Okay, so why that mistake happens? Next time, how do we correct that? So that learning has to go to them also. Then the close monitoring will help them to come out from this problem. So this is the another problem. If anybody have different opinion, please share that. Another regular situation. This is another situation we are facing in and out. Correct. Your customer is upset. How do we handle this? Not Selva, not Shanmugo. If your customer is upset, how do you handle?
First, we need to interact with him.
Not Yuvraj also.
Sir, if the customer is upset, definitely we need to find out, we need to communicate first of all, what is the root cause. We need to find out the solution. And with the countermeasure, we have to come up with the correct solution, and we should make sure it is not getting repeated again.
Great. Anybody else? Because the customer upset is the biggest challenge in our industry, right? Because
Yes,
most
sir.
of the customers are not happy with our services. They will escalate. This is a regular concerns. How do you handle from your, let us understand each leader will have the ways to handle, right? Even if you faced that scenario, you can explain with the scenarios also. I faced this, my customer was upset, but I handled it this way. I made them understand. Like that, if any real scenarios also, you can explain here. It will be a learning for others. 2-3 leaders can explain. Whenever your customers are upset,
Okay, I wanted to
how
share
you
something.
handle. Yes.
My previous job should be in a BEL. So there are two different ports are there. One from Oman and one sorry, Sarala, and one from Sohar. So two different peoples. There are different teams. So we are handling both the teams. Sohar should be supporting persons. They will understand what exactly what happened, whether it is a customer problem or whoever it is, a vendor, agent, whoever it is. They will understand. They will listen first what is happened. But some other same like Salala, we have another colleague. They will not understand because they given offshore for their service. So they always blame to offshore people. Sir. So whatever whoever made a mistake, they will not go. They will always blame for us only. Then we make a call. We give the documents to them. Then we will explain them. So boss, this is happened. So this is not from our scope. Even though it is not from us, they will blame us. They will put the charge to your account only. Like that, they will use the harshly words. But we don't suffer for that words. We don't worry for that. But first of all, we say them to cool down. They come to our. If they want to listen, means we need to calm down first them. Then we wanted to show what is happened. Then they will agree. Then they will give the trust even more. What happened earlier? They will trust us. Then they will not say next time if it is happened. They will ask us. First of all, they will not blame us. Then the trust will be going higher and higher. This has happened
Great.
in my old project. I handled like this to the two different customers.
Great. Any other couple of people's Tamil சொல்லணும்னாலும் சொல்லுங்க. Language is not the problem here. Most of the people understand Tamil also. So அதனால தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னாலும் சொல்லுங்க. உங்க கஸ்டமர் அப்செட்டா இருக்கும்போது எப்படி நீங்க ஹேண்டில் பண்றீங்க ஆர் பண்ணுவீங்க, 2 சினாரியோவும் சொல்லலாம். அது ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடியா இருக்கட்டும். எல்லாருக்கும் இந்த சினாரியோ வந்திருக்கும். எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்ட்லயும் தி சினாரியோ இஸ் காமன். மை கஸ்டமர் இஸ் நாட் ஹாப்பி ஆர் அப்செட். எப்படி அவங்களை நீங்க கன்வின்ஸ் பண்றீங்க? இஸ் தேர் a different way to convince them?
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
First of all,
Mahesh.
you have to understand that customer, because in my scenario here is that Navio, Malaysia, that Shabari is a person is that whenever we are giving an offer to him that I will rectify and inform immediately, that's fine. Okay, but in case of Jindo sir, it's very difficult because you have to clear it up. Then he better go to him and explain. Then
Okay.
he will accept it.
Okay.
So first of all, that you have to understand the customer properly and find out solutions. All the other
Okay.
things, what the other my colleagues are told that you have to try to find out solutions. That and everything is, but they try to understand the customer what he required exactly. That means the person to person it will get vary.
Okay. Great. So all the answers are correct because as a leader, different ways. இதுதான் நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்குற ஆன்சர்ஸும். ஓகே, ஒரு கஸ்டமர் அப்செட்டா இருக்காங்கன்னா அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, கஸ்டமர் கிட்ட பேசுங்க. ப்ரீவியஸ் ஸ்லைட்ல பார்த்துருப்பீங்க ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டர்ஸ் என்கேஜ்மெண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது இதுதான். ஓகே, யூ ஷுட் ஹேவ் அ ரேப்போ டு ஸ்பீக் டு கஸ்டமர்ஸ். மிஸ்டேக் நடந்துருச்சுன்னா அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க. திஸ் இஸ் அவர் மிஸ்டேக், வி வில் கரெக்ட் இட். ரிப்பீட் ஆகாம பார்த்துக்கோங்க. ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் த வேஸ் டு ஹேண்டில் திஸ். ஒரு ப்ராசஸ்.
Can I add one thing over here?
Please, Mahesh.
Always accept the mistake and analyze the mistake, and you should not repeat the mistake. There you go.
Great.
First
Great.
thing that people will do mistakes. First, we have to accept the mistake. Next, you have to analyze it, how it happened, and everything what you need to do in future. Then you have to go for the should not repeat the mistake. There you go.
Okay.
That's my point.
Great, Mahesh. Super. A process feels slow. அப்படின்னா என்னன்னா some activity or some task is taking long time. It is draining your long time. So how do you handle as a leadership? How do you respond or how do you handle this?
First of all, we need to analyze the workflow to pinpoint the case of delay, why it's happening like that, and also make a
This is
discussion.
who is Priya, right? Priya from which project?
Transshipment, field transshipment.
Yeah. Priya, Dhanapriya. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
First of all, we need to analyze the workflow. Where is the delay happening, and pinpoint the case of the delay. And after that, make a discussion with our team members and gather the insight and ideas. Why? Because as a leader, get idea. If I get a discussion with my team members, means I will get another idea.
So discuss with the team, get the idea, and try to correct it.
Yes.
Super. Anybody else?
Along with the idea and implementation, also automation plays an important role. If it is possible to automate something, certain things, it is necessary for the team.
So wherever possible, try to automate this. If some process is taking long time, taking so much of time, if there is a scope to automate. Yes, that is also right. Anybody else?
Make the team, the first thing is that whenever they are starting the day, that things to do all the days they have to make it. Then based on that, they can clearly understand what all are the things to be done on a basis of priority. That priority wise, they have to do the works. There, I think that so many that's slowness and all, they can make it rectify, and on a daily basis they can go bit fast. All the targets they can achieve on a only time basis.
Great. So one thing we all have to believe that every process there is a scope for improvement. So whatever way we are doing, don't think that this is the end actually. There is another better way to handle that scope. Okay, we need to believe that strongly. As a leader, the belief factor should be there. We need to open for discussions. Okay, we need to take it to your senior people, or as Dhanapriya said, you can go to your junior member also. So if any process is taking long time, have a discussion with various people. There should be a way to bring improvements. That is the best way. Instead of keep on complaining that, sir, it is taking 3 hours, what to do? I'm not able to complete it. That is a way, but that is not the way we are expecting. Go for the solution. Discuss with sir, taking 3 hours for this. Is there any better way? Can we put some formula, automation, some better way? Then we need to work for the improvements. As the leaders, our expectation is anything process happening, taking more time, you should involve and try for improvements. One last question. That is also, it is applicable to everyone. There will be a pressure situation. Sometimes it will be very hectic. Sometimes it will be very tough. How do you handle this? This also happens everyone, even in the personal life also, or the professional life also, in our career also, in our leadership role also. Where sometimes, every time it will not be the happy way, correct? Sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be little pressure. So how do you handle this?
First of all, we need to focus on high priority tasks in this pressure timing.
So Priya told. Next, somebody, another leaders. Whoever not given their views, maybe they can share. Yeah, Nahid. Nahid also started, but anyway, you one more chance, Nahid.
So first of all, time management is required. If the time management is there, there will be no pressure. If you feel there is a pressure, just focus on the time management and try and communicate as much as possible, because there is communication is also one of the hurdle. If you avoid communication, there will be confusion, doubts, which will delay the process, which will delay your task. It will take a lengthy, like long time than usual. And definitely the pressure will be built because you will not be able to complete your task given the time within the timeline. So first and foremost thing is time management. Then prioritize your task. Break it into different chunks. And whichever is most important, please take it first. Please solve it first. Then definitely the pressure will be ease out.
Okay. Time management is the critical factor. Anybody else? Pressure வந்தா என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? ஒரு ப்ரெஷரா இருக்கு, சுச்சுவேஷன் ஹாப்பியா இல்ல, ஃபுல் ஆஃப் அப்செட், டார்கெட் முடிக்க முடியல, ஆர் டெட்லைன்ல கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ண முடியல, கஸ்டமர் இஸ் சென்டிங் மெயில்ஸ், ஐ எம் நாட் ஃபீலிங் கம்ஃபர்டபுள், எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவீங்க?
Ask for help. During the sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry, you ask for help ன்னு நான் சொன்னேன்.
சொல்லுங்க, ரெண்டு பேருமே சொல்லுங்க.
ஆமா, இல்ல என்னோட வியூல நான் சொல்றேன், always ask for help.
Ask for help. Okay. Great. Yeah.
So in my point of view, during the pressure situation, don't focus on the problems. Okay, just to focus on the solution and be cool. So ரொம்ப ப்ரெஷரா இருக்கும் போது நம்ம அதை பத்தியே திங்க் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இன்னும் டென்ஷனையும் ப்ரெஷரையும் ஏத்தி கூடாது. ஓகே, எப்படி கூலா ஹேண்டில் பண்ணலாம், அதனோட சொல்யூஷன் என்ன, ஸோ யாருக்கிட்ட போனா ஹெசிடேட் ஆகாம யாருக்கிட்ட போனா சொல்யூஷன் சார்ட் அவுட் ஆகணுங்கிற சொல்யூஷன்ஸை தான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ப்ராப்ளம்ஸை நோக்கி நம்ம ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது.
கிரேட். ஸோ ப்ராப்ளத்தில் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணாமல் அதுக்கு சொல்யூஷன் என்னன்னு பாருங்க, ஹெல்ப் கேளுங்க, ஹெசிடேட் ஆகாதீங்க. இதெல்லாம் சஜஷன்ஸ். எனிபடி எல்ஸ், நீங்கள் எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவீங்க?
ஹாய் சார், குட் ஈவினிங்.
யா, குட் ஈவினிங்மா.
சார், என்னோட ப்ராஜெக்டை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எஸ்ஓஏ மீன்ஸ் ரெகுலர் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது ஓகே, நோ ப்ராப்ளம். பட் அந்த எஸ்ஓஏ வரும்போது கொஞ்சம் டென்ஷனா ப்ரெஷரா இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த டைம் நம்மளுக்கு ஜூனியர்ஸ் இருந்தாங்கன்னா, ஸோ வி கேன் கிவ் ரெகுலர் ஒர்க்கு அவங்க கிட்ட கொஞ்சம் சப்போர்ட் கேட்டுட்டு எஸ்ஓஏ நம்ம ஹேண்டில் பண்ணோம்னா ஓகே, ப்ரெஷர் எதுவும் இருக்காது. ஸோ அதான் நம்ம மீன்ஸ் யார்கிட்டயாச்சும் கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் சப்போர்ட் கேட்டோம்னா கொஞ்சம் ப்ரெஷர் இல்லாம ஒர்க் பண்ணலாம். பட் டெய்லி வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ண முன்னாடி நம்ம இன்னைக்கு இந்த டாஸ்க் பண்ணணும், ஸோ இந்த டைம்குள்ள பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு செக்லிஸ்ட் போகணும். ஸோ இதனாலேயே நம்ம நிறைய ப்ரெஷர் அவாய்ட் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ டைம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்
ஒரு செக்லிஸ்ட் போட்டுக்கிட்டு அந்த செக்லிஸ்ட் பேசிஸ்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணலாம்.
ஒர்க் பண்ணலாம். யா.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் வந்து நம்ம ஏன் ப்ரெஷர் வருதுன்றத அனலைஸ் பண்ணும்போது நம்ம எல்லா ஜாபையும் அக்குமுலேட் பண்றதால தான் அந்த ப்ரெஷரே வருது.
ஓகே.
ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் நம்ம அந்த அக்குமுலேட் பண்றது நம்ம அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும். அன்னைக்கு டேவை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணணும். அப்படி அந்த அக்குமுலேட் ஆகிறதுனால ப்ரெஷர் வரல அப்படின்னும் போது மேபி அனலைஸ் பண்ணணும், நம்ம ஏன் இவ்வளோ ப்ரெஷர் ஆகிறோன்றதை அனலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அது வந்து டீம் நம்ம சின்னதா இருக்கிறதாலயா இல்ல ஒர்க் அதிகமா இருக்கா என்ன ஏதுன்றதை அனலைஸ் பண்ணும்போது நம்ம அந்த ப்ரெஷரை வந்து அவாய்ட் பண்ணலாம்.
ஓகே. அக்யூமுலேட் ஆகாம இருந்தாலே பாதி டைம்
வந்து நமக்கு அந்த டைம்குள்ள நம்ம முடிச்சுட்டா அடுத்து அந்த ஒர்க் அக்குமுலேட் ஆகாது. அடுத்த ஜாபுக்கு நம்ம வந்து ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணலாம். அப்ப இன்னும் எங்கேஜ்டாவே நம்ம இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இருக்காது. ஸோ எல்லாத்துக்குமே அந்த ஃப்ரீ டைம் இருக்கும். எக்ஸஸ் ஃப்ரீ டைமே நம்மளால மெயின்டைன் பண்ண முடியும்.
ஓகே. எனிபடி எல்ஸ்? ஒர்க் லைஃப் பேலன்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறதும் நம்ம கல்ச்சர்ல இருக்கு, பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். கரெக்ட் இல்லையா? இஃப் எனிபடி கோஸ் டு அவர் வெப்சைட், ஒர்க் லைஃப் பேலன்ஸ் ஆல்சோ நம்மளோட கல்ச்சர். ஆஸ் அ லீடர்ஸ் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? வேர் எவர் பாசிபிள், எனக்கு வந்து ஆள் தேவை, எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஆள் வேணும், பேலன்ஸ் பண்ண முடியல. மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம் வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் இஸ், இஃப் வி ஹாவ் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ், இஃப் வி ஹாவ் ப்ரெஷர், வி ஹாவ் டு ஸ்பீக். ஆக்சுவலி வி ஹாவ் டு ஃபைண்ட் அ சொல்யூஷன். கரெக்ட் இல்லையா? அதனால எவ்ரி ப்ராப்ளம் யூ நீட் டு அகெயின் belief factor. As a leader, your mindset should be clear. Every problem, there is a solution. That is a golden theory. Don't hesitate. So work for the solutions. Speak up your mind. Speak up your heart. சிலப்போ யார் உங்களுக்கு க்ளோஸா இருப்பாங்க? மேபி யுவர் ஜூனியர்ஸ் மைட் பி யுவர் க்ளோசஸ்ட் சம்டைம்ஸ், ஆர் யுவர் சீனியர் பர்சன் வில் பி க்ளோசஸ்ட். யாருக்கிட்ட க்ளோஸா இருக்காங்களோ அவங்கள்ட்ட ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. ஹவு டு வி ஹேண்டில் திஸ், ஹவு டு வி டேக்கிள் திஸ், வெதர் இஃப் யூ நீட் மோர் பீப்புள், ஆஸ்க் ஃபார் மோர் பீப்புள். If the people is okay, process is the problem. Sir, நீங்க 10 பேர் கொடுத்தாலும் இதை என்னால சால்வ் பண்ண முடியாது. The problem is somewhere else. Find out the root of the problem. Try to address that. But the belief factor, as a leader, the belief factor should be go deep, deep, deep. Everything, whatever you are touching, go deep. Find the solution. Speak positively. Stay calm. Have a checklist. எல்லாரும் சொன்னது time management. Whatever you told, implement all these things in your life. Like Shanmugam did, don't accumulate. Close your small task on daily basis. Like that you implement everything. Any other people, any other leader? Rajavalli, Arun, நிறைய பேர் இன்னும் பேசல. How you handle your situations?
அது லைக் நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த லைக் இப்போ நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஜூனியர்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து ப்ராப்பரான ஒரு கேட்டி கொடுத்தாலே பாதி வேலை முடிஞ்சாங்க. அது ப்ராப்பரா இருந்தாலே அவங்க ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆயிடுவாங்க. அவங்கள ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொடுத்துட்டு அவங்க தைரியமா விட்டுறணும், விளையாட விட்டு பார்த்தாதான் எங்கெங்க பிரச்சனை நடக்குது, என்ன ஆகுதுன்றது தெரியும். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு விஷயமா நம்ம அதை வந்து சரி பண்ணிட்டே வரலாம். அங்க வந்து நம்ம பயந்து ஓகே விடலாமா வேணாமா, இல்ல வந்துட்டு கிளைண்ட் என்ன நினைப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு பயந்து நம்ம அக்குமுலேட் ஆக அது நமக்கு கண்டிப்பா ப்ரெஷர் தான் ஆகும். அது எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு ஒரு ஸ்டார்டிங் ஒரு 2 வீக் அந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. நான் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து கேட்டி எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டைம் எடுத்து கேட்டி கொடுத்து அவங்களை ஒர்க் பண்ண வச்சு செட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் நான் ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சேன் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா. இப்போ ரொம்பவே ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆயிட்டேன். ஸோ இதுதான் நான் கத்துக்கிட்டேன்.
Spend extra time on juniors, empower them. அதுதான் அருண்மொழி சொல்றது. Spend extra time with the juniors, give clarity on the KT, knowledge transfer, empower them. இதுதான் அவர் சொல்றாரு. அந்த பிரஷர் பில்ட் ஆகாம இருக்கிறதுக்கு that is a formula Arun is using. Any other people?
Hi sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
ப்ரெஷரான சிச்சுவேஷன்ல வந்து எப்பயுமே ரூட் காஸ் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஃபேக்டரை வந்து ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ ரூட் காஸ் ஃபேக்டரை நீங்க ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்றது வென் யூஆர் இன் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஃப்ரீ என்விரான்மெண்ட். நீங்க ப்ரெஷரை பில்ட் பண்ணிட்டு உள்ள வச்சுட்டே வந்து நீங்க அதை ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு எங்க ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குன்னு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணவே முடியாது. ஸோ நீங்க அந்த ப்ரெஷரை வந்து ஹேண்டில் பண்ற வேல எப்ப ஃப்ரீயா மைண்ட ஃப்ரீயா பண்ணிட்டு அந்த ரூட் காஸ் சொல்யூஷனை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னாலே உங்களுக்கு வந்து பாதி ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து சார்ட் அவுட் ஆயிரும். அண்ட் ஆஸ்க் ஃபார் ஹெல்ப் அப்படிங்கிறது வித் அ கன்சர்ன் ரைட் பர்சன் கிட்ட. அப்பதான் வந்து நம்மளால ஒரு ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோல வந்து ஈஸியா நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்புக்கு ப்ரொசீட் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். இல்லைன்னா நீங்க ரைட் பர்சன் இல்லை அப்படின்னா இருக்கிற ப்ரெஷர்ல ஏதாவது மிஸ்டேக் ஆச்சுன்னா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ப்ரெஷர் தான் ஆட் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். So priorityயும் அதுல ரொம்ப important. Communicating with the team members, that is also important.
Great Jayalakshmi. So அதுதான், stay calm, respond wisely, seek for assistance. Everything is whatever you suggested. These are all the some of the suggestions from my side also. This is how we need to, as a leaders, we should foresee the situations. We need to handle wisely. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒரு டாஸ்க்கு நான் போறேன். ஒரு சினாரியோஸ். ஓகே, ஐ வில் டேக் கப்புள் ஆஃப் சினாரியோஸ் பிகாஸ் திஸ் சினாரியோஸ் அகெயின் இட் இஸ் அப்ளிகபிள் ஆன் ஆல் ஆஃப் அஸ். உங்களுக்கும் அது அப்ளிகபிள், எங்களுக்கும் அப்ளிகபிள். எவ்ரி ப்ராஜெக்ட், எவ்ரி லீட்ஸ் இஸ் அப்ளிகபிள். ஸோ நார்மலி வி அக்ரி சம் டெட்லைன் வித் கிளைண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் டெட்லைன் வித் மேனேஜர்ஸ் ஆர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட். Whenever you are agreeing on deadlines, How do you agree the deadlines? Or how should we handle if it is delayed? உங்களால அந்த டைம்குள்ளார முடிக்க முடியல. How should we handle that delay? This is the questions. Hope this scenario is applicable for everyone in this forum. எத்தனை பேர் 44 மெம்பர் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 45 மெம்பருக்கு இது applicable அப்படிங்கிறது தான் என்னோட தாட். கரெக்ட் இல்லையா?
Yes, take it.
Yes. How do we handle this? Couple of leaders can share your experience.
If you are if you are supposed to be not completing the task within the deadline, first customer கிட்ட நம்ம அதை இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடணும். That is the first way. ஏன் டிலே வந்துச்சு அப்படிங்கிறத ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம சைட்ல இருந்து அவங்களா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி பீரியடா நம்ம போய் சொல்லிடணும். வாட் இஸ் த ரீசன்? ஸோ வராம இருக்கிறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ண முடியும், நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன் அப்படிங்கிற அஷூரன்ஸை நம்ம கொடுக்கணும்.
ஓகே. ஸோ டெட்லைனுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போய் இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடணும். வித்தவுட் கிளைண்ட் ஆஸ்கிங் வி ஷுட் இன்ஃபார்ம் ஃப்ரம் அவர் சைட் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு சஜஷன். சரி, வேற?
சார் டெட்லைன் சார் ஹலோ
மகாலட்சுமிக்கு தான் ரொம்ப அப்ளிகேபிள் டெட்லைன். மகாலட்சுமி.
எஸ் சார். சார் டெட்லைன் அக்ரி பண்றதுக்கு முன்ன செக் பண்ணிக்கணும் ஒர்க் எவ்வளோ இருக்கு, லோட் எவ்வளோ இருக்கு. ஸோ அது பிரகாரம் வி கேன் ஃபிக்ஸ் அ டெட்லைன். அதுக்கு அந்த டெட்லைன் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்றதுலயும் 1 day எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் டெட்லைன் டிலே ஆகுதுன்னா வி ஷுட் அட்வான்ஸ்லி இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிடணும், இதான் ரீசன். ஸோ இதனாலதான் டெட்லைன்ஸ் கிராஸ் ஆகுது அப்படிங்கிற ரீசன் கொடுத்துட்டோம்னா there will be no problem. இப்போ டெட்லைன்ஸ் ஏன் கிராஸ் ஆகுதுங்கிறது சொல்லலைன்னா தான் பிரச்சனை வரும் சார். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த மெயின் கீ ரோல் சார்.
Understand the load, how much time it will take. Keep some 1 or 2 days cushion, then you agree the deadline. Even if you are not meeting the deadline, inform them well in advance. இதுதான் மகாலட்சுமி சொல்றாங்க. Any other people? For this particular deadline, I can able to complete or not. If I am not able to complete, why I am not able to complete? Root cause. First of all, the load of that particular task. Then whether I have resources or not. Even if both are there, whether I can able to complete or not. If 3 has to be there, otherwise we should not agree the deadline. We should have a meeting, 100 meetings to confirm this is not the right deadline. So nobody, if I'm not able to do that, nobody can able to do that. We have to prove and give the clarity, because most of the time we are not doing that actually. Okay. So if it is a right deadline, then we need to work on that. Why we are failing that? What is the process? If I correct this, I can meet the deadline. So no, for everyone's understanding, I'll tell you, no deadline is not like that. Okay. If the report is not going by today, world will not end. So that much clarity we should have. As a leader, we should have. Go to the root, present it actually. Why this deadline is wrong? You should be able to prove that. Okay. Or you should understand that why, if it is possible, means how it is possible. We need to work on that. We need to fix that. If you are working like this, we will not enjoy the work. We will always hate the work and do that. Okay, that will not go for a long time also. What will happen now? For example, if I am in a hospital, if I am working, next day I will hate the job actually. Actually, the problem is not the job. It is about the wrong deadline or wrong process, correct? So what will happen? The unnecessary, the negative feeling will come. Whatever we do, I am not happy. So the happy mindset will bring productivity. If you are not able to do continuously, we need to fix that. Ishwari, now for you also personally, I am telling that if deadline, if you are not able to meet, you come to me, let us have the meeting. If you are able to meet, if you are able to meet, do it happy.
Data in one day before means we can able to peacefully complete it.
Ask all these things. Ask all these things.
That is end of the time we are receiving all the data at the same at the time. If we have to finish it off 1 hour, this is a very heavy task.
Here the problem is availability of the data. Fix that. Okay. So convey to them clearly. If you are not able to convey me, bring seniors, bring management, convey that. Fix that SOP. Sir, if the day after giving this data, I need this much time. Otherwise, it is a wrong deadline. Make it to prove to the customer.
Now, if I can add one thing.
Please, sir.
Several times I have explained also this.
No, last
Given the
meeting I
solution.
remember, I given the solution also to issue.
Yes,
Correct,
yes.
na?
Based on that one, we are doing, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there are different people, they push it the different way, right? Whenever we see that, there is it's not a very, viable deadline or something somebody is pushing, we need to make that person part of the decision making. What I'm saying is, for example, he is saying this has to be done. Sir, I can do this, but these are all 4 tasks. I do it regularly. Can I not do it for 2 days so that I can focus on that and do it? Is that fine with you? Or I can do this. It is getting delayed because, like KK said, this data is not there. Can you help push these guys? Ask them to respond on time. Put that guy part of the process. Make him part of the process. Then he will say, okay, I understand. There's regular activities you cannot stop. You have to do that as also. I can wait for a couple of more days. Take your time and do it. Means, we all see, we will face different clients. We have to become smarter and smarter. So put them in the spot. If you put him on the spot, then he cannot say no.
So usually for you also, I'm saying it is a solvable issue. Okay. So if you are not able to solve, bring it to us. We will solve that. If it is a wrong deadline, if you are working 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock and all, not required. We have to solve this. So as a leaders, this is what we are expecting. Okay. So either you solve it or you bring the right people to solve it. Agree with the customer. We will convey all the problems. We will find the root of that issue. We will find some solution. But believe that every problem have a solutions. Because because most of the people, why they are resigning, okay, or the resignations are happening because they are not able to fix it. Because how long they will do? They will do for 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Then they will say the better I'll leave. I'll go for some other way, peaceful life, peaceful job. Like that they will think. Let us, as a leaders, let us be mature that solve the problems, not the people. Correct now. So let us understand. If anybody like this now, Ishwari, okay. Last I remember 2 months back there was a meeting. Okay, so you told that, sir, I'm not able to complete these reports. I given the solution. After that, the solution is working or not, I'm not aware. Correct, na? So I given the solution to solve the deadline problem. I hope that was implemented. If still it is not implemented, still if you are facing the problem, again you have to come to that. Every month you have to come to that till you are solving the problem. But your goal should be, I have to fix that problem. Otherwise, we will be thinking that the problem is solved.
Asking for help is not sign of weakness. It is sign of strength. I ask help all the time. Whenever something that I don't know, we have to go to the right guy. Whatever the level he is designation, he has got the knowledge. I need the knowledge. I need the help. Go to him, get it done. Somewhere I believe some of us are thinking that asking for help or he is busy. Should I ask him? Let him say he is busy. If you go to KK and he is busy, let him say he is busy or let him give an alternate solution. If I same to me, right? If you're coming to me, if I'm say busy, I will give an alternate solution. But asking for help is your right. And it is not sign of weakness, it is sign of strength, actually. Let us remember that. And I think that is a message you have to give it to your team also. Asking for help is a sign of strength. It is your right, actually. I said multiple times, but that is a message. If you need help, you need help. There is no second thought on that.
Anybody else? So
Sir, my point actually, more than the professional connect, we need to have at least a minimal personal connect with the client, first of all. So whenever with the valid reason you couldn't achieve the target or you couldn't finish the work within the deadline, you need to explain. First of all, you need to have the space to explain to the client that this is the reason I couldn't do this. But the client should be ready to accept your point. So that whenever overall, if you are going through professional way, they will treat you in a very, very professional way. Initially, nobody will accept for the personal chats or personal things. But when they come to know about you, when they are having some high confidence or high hope on you, they themselves will come for the personal. How are you? How is your day? This will be the start. So we need to have that such kind of rapport. So in all cases, it will not work out. But at the very worst case, we can we can inform to the client, and they will be ready to hear what we are saying, what we are approaching, or what is our problem. They will be at least hearing from their ear. So more than the professional things, we need to have some personal connect with the client to have a smooth interaction for a smooth flow.
Sir,
Yeah.
here I think that you know that Arun gave us one task of that SOA reconciliation for 2 years. He did it completed and we took. What we did is that we shared the work to 2 people again. That means myself and Kani and Soumya, we learned that process. And what we did is that shared the work into 3 pieces. That means one person will complete the SOA reconciliation, then other 2 people will pass the entries. So here we can make a backup solutions for that. Otherwise, sharing solutions for that to meet the deadline. And we completed it on that deadline itself. Because we found out a way for this. Okay, based on that, all can do like that.
Yeah, break it
Sharing
into pieces. Yeah,
pieces.
whatever the task, if possible, break it into pieces. Take the help from your juniors, your teammates, so that they can do some parts and you can do some parts. Then you can compile and close it. That is also the right way only. So the basically all are given different views. Let us understand one thing. This scenario is applicable for all the 42 members or 45 members. We will be agreeing some deadlines with the customers or managements or your managers. So one thing you need to understand, you should have a clarity. On a daily basis, if possible, break it. For example, many times what is happening, if 10 days are there, we will start the work on 8th day, 9th day. Okay. So every day break it, 10%, 20%, like that, break it. First, understand that whether it is possible to complete within 10 days. First, you understand the load, clarity, system, process. Then only you agree the deadline. So after deadline, you possible break it into pieces, give it to many people and work it together. The last point is, if we are not able to meet the deadline, don't hesitate. Raise your hands, go to the customer and say, sir, I tried, but not able to complete. Don't hesitate, that is not wrong. Don't think that I have to complete by 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock also. No, that is wrong. You have to say that if you are trying sincerely, if you are not able to complete, if you've done all the corrections, still if you are not able to complete, either the deadline is wrong or we don't need to hesitate to communicate actually. So that much clarity as a leader we should have. We should be able to convince. As a leader, one of the quality is we should have a strong engagement with the stakeholders. We should be able to speak to them. Okay. Because one thing we need to understand that whatever we are working, that is not the life. That is a part of life. Correct? Now, life is beyond that. So don't put your life as a job, and many people are thinking wrong way. Okay. So no need to take that much risk and all. Correct? Now, why should we take a risk? First of all, why should we take the risk? Sincerely try for 8 hours, 9 hours job. Then it is about passion. Okay. So if you are passionate, do that. Build your team. Break it into pieces. Develop people. If you are not able to do, after doing all these things, if you are not able to do, say confidently, I tried, but I'm not able to complete. I'll do it. What will happen? Somebody cannot kill you, correct? Huh? Even that is happened to us also. Management, many times certain things we are agreeing, but we are not able to complete. Only thing is, are we trying in the right way? Are we trying with clarity? If you are trying, if you are not able to complete, let us communicate and come out. No need to worry. For that, no need to take that much risk and all. So go for solution. If you want one more people, ask one more people. If people is the problem, if process is a problem, unless I'm not getting the data, I'm not able to complete. Give the communication. This data is must for completing the deadline. After getting the data, I need 24 hours. Black and white agree on the SOP. If you are not able to do that, bring it to us. We will communicate and get it agreed with the customer. Any people, so far they are coming with that problem means we never leave it as it is. We will go and solve it. Whether you are coming to us or is a question you need to ask. After giving the solution, whether it is solving or not is another point. If it is not solving, come back again. Sir, you given the solution, but that is not working out. Again, we are facing problem. Give me, involve me. Like that, if you, whoever cries, they will get the milk, right? Same way. If you have the problem, if you are carrying the problem will not go. But if you are trying to find a solution, you will get solution. So as a leaders, everyone should think on this. Deadlines, how do we handle? This should be the role model for us, everyone. Everyone has to handle with a matured way. So this is another scenario. If we need to take emergency leave, how should we handle it as a lead? Lead leave எடுக்கலாமா எடுக்க கூடாதா?
Yes, of course we can.
எடுக்கலாம் சார்.
எடுக்கலாம் சார். லீவ் எடுக்கலாம்.
Yes.
எடுக்க கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். கரெக்ட் இல்லையா? Lead means they should not take leave. Any emergency they should work.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So how do we handle?
Sir, actually, first கொஞ்சம் leads வந்து கொஞ்சம் proactive-ஆ இருக்கணும். எமர்ஜென்சி லீவ் இல்லாம நான் ஜெனரலாவே சொல்றேன். இஃப் சம்மர் ஆர் நியூ இயர் எது வருது, இப்போ இன்கேஸ் பொங்கல் ஹாலிடேஸ் எதுவா இருக்கட்டும், ஸோ எதுவா இருந்தாலும் ஸோ அந்த டைம்ல தான் நம்ம கரெக்டாக பிளான் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஏன்னா நமக்கு வீட்லயே ஒர்க் இருக்கும் அண்ட் ஆஃபீஸ்லயே ஒர்க் இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த டைம்ல யார் எப்போ லீவ் போடுறா, இப்போ டீம்ல ஒரு 3-4 மெம்பர்ஸ் இருந்தாங்கன்னா ஸோ 2 பேர் ஒர்க்ல இருக்கணும், 2 பேர். ஏன்னா எனக்கு என்னோட ப்ராஜெக்ட் பொறுத்த நிறைய லொகேஷன்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ பொங்கல் டைம்லுமே எங்க எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஒர்க் இருக்க மாதிரி தான் இருந்தது. ஸோ அந்த டைம் வந்து பொங்கல் அன்னைக்கு ஒரு பர்சன் லீவ் எடுத்தாங்க. ஸோ அடுத்த டைம் ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நாங்கள் ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணிட்டோம். அண்ட் அதை வந்து ஒரு 15 days முன்னாடியே நாங்கள் அதை செக் பண்ணிட்டு ஓகே யார் எனக்கு லீவ் எடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்றத டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி லீவ்ஸ் எல்லாம் வரப்போ கொஞ்சம் ப்ரோஆக்டிவா இருக்கணும்.
Great, Suganya. Anybody else? ஒரு எமர்ஜென்சி லீவ் வந்து நம்ம எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவோம் as a leader?
நமக்கு எமர்ஜென்சி லீவ் போது நம்ம ப்ராப்பரா பேக்கப் வச்சிருக்கணும் சார்.
ஓகே.
நம்ம எல்லாமே நம்ம என்ன வொர்க் நம்ம பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோமோ அது அப்படியே நம்ம கீழ இருக்க பர்சனுக்கு எல்லாமே நம்ம ட்ரெயின் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா சோ நம்ம எமர்ஜென்சி லீவா இருந்தாலும் சரி, சிக் லீவா இருந்தாலும் சரி, எதுவா இருந்தாலும் நம்ம ஃபீல் ஃப்ரீயா நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
Because all this skills, what the 5 top skills what we are expecting, it is not only helping the organization, it will help you personally also. I always used to say whenever you are working, whatever the skills you are developing, it will help your personal life also. When the people is strong, when they are communicating with the customer, when they are negotiating with the vendor strongly, they will negotiate the personal things also. When they are communicating with the customer strongly, whenever they face problems with their personal lives, and you might be facing auto wala, shop wala, many people, your confidence, what you are building from your office work, that will reflect in your personal work also. The planning, okay, for example, in office I am planning the projects properly. In your home also you will plan. The vacations are coming, I am going to family tour, how do I plan? Because whatever skills you are developing for your work, don't think that it is not only for your work, it is for your personal thing also. So as a leader, you need to keep on improving the skills. That is very much important. So how do I improve my skills, or how do I go to next step? My request is all the leaders, 42 leaders who is there in this meeting, give your self rating, communication. What is my rating? 1 to 5. Whether I am 5 or 1 or 3, give the rating. Accountability. Where is your do by heart actually? This is the rating I am doing for myself. Strategy thinking, whether I am putting myself into 5 or 1 or 3. Team collaboration, adaptability. First, the self rating, you do that. Then where you need help, where you are strong, write that. Send it to HR. So wherever you need help, we will also think what is the possible ways. If anything communication you need, can we arrange something, coaching, something, whatever ways we can able to help, we need to think actually. So first understand that first thinking is I need to develop the skills. It is not for my not for Odak alone, it is for my personal life also. That concept mindset should be there. The second step is you need to understand where I am strong, where I need help. You need to understand that clearly. You need to write, go to your HR manager, give it to them. It will come to management. We will see what help we can do to improve the skills. But end of the day, we know that if the leaders are strong, the organization will come up very strong. For that, it is our role also we were discussing. Even before this meeting also, we were discussing, myself and was discussing, how do we coach the leaders? How do we engage the leaders? What we can do, some courses, many things we are discussing. We will also come out with something. For that mindset is important. Yes, I need to improve the skills. For that, you need to ready to ask the help also. So this is the way you can able to come up and you can improve also over the period. Any questions on this? If you need any clarity on this, hope everyone is clear. One or two can say that if you have any questions are there. Can I assume that everybody is clear, correct? Great. So I come to the last part of my session. It is already 15 minutes late. I thought of completing by 5:30. It is 5:45. I'm closing. How do you manage your people? Because you are expecting how I should manage. You are expecting something from your management, right? This is how I have to treat with my manager or management. The same way you treat your people also. What respect you are expecting from your seniors, you give that respect to your juniors. What career growth you are expecting from your management, give the career growth to your team also. What way you are expecting the appreciation, you give the appreciation to your juniors. Put yourself in their shoes. The way you want to treat that other people also the same way. As a leaders, you need to be very, very clear. Comfort and growth, both are opponents. Both will not fall together. If you want to be comfort and growth, don't come together. That you need to understand that clearly. So both will not fall. That clarity you should have. So if you want to grow, if you are sitting in the comfort zone, that will not happen. But if you are sitting in the comfort zone, the growth will not come. You need to have a clarity what I want. I want comfort, be happy. Always we used to say there are roles, minimum non-sensitive roles, minimum roles. There will not be pressure, there will not be phone calls, there will not be mails. But don't think that is a sensitive task. Don't assume that is a sensitive task. Because we should understand that what is sensitive task, what is not sensitive task. What is comfort, what is not comfort. Because in the project, some people are thinking that whatever I'm doing, that is the top sensitive. But if you interact with your leads, you will understand that there are people who is speaking, they are coordinating after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock also. They are taking that responsibility. As Ishwari said, there are people who is struggling and meeting the deadline, they are struggling. Both are there. So the comfort and the growth are opponents. That leads us to understand that. And you need to manage your people the way you are expecting to be managed. These are all the golden rules. With that, I am just ending my session. Just a few minutes. If any questions sessions are there, we can discuss, then we can close the call. Anything you want to have a clarity? Or any feedbacks on this session?
Actually, I have one added point.
Yeah, Priya.
In the first slide, you mentioned celebrate small wins like that.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I strongly agree with your point. Giving badges, reward also will motivate them looking forward. If we, in my team, what I am following, giving the badge and reward is happening 1 month or 2 months once like that. But I'm monitoring on behind the people how they are working in a daily basis. If they doing in a different way or handling such a near cutoff results in a proper time management means instantly in the time on the time close on the day close ஆகும்போது every team have a internal WhatsApp group or any other social media group. So each and every day in a weekly or 4 or 5 times I am encouraging them. Okay, keep doing. I take a screenshot and encourage them, I appreciate them, which which will have a motive quotes அந்த மாதிரி நான் daily basisல motive பண்ணிட்டேன். I think that will be very helpful to develop their self also.
100% Priya. Yes, that is the way we need to do that. We need to keep on appreciating for whatever they are doing. If you feel that they have done a good job, appreciate with open heart.
And one more thing, in our team, we are following one golden rule. As you said in earlier, open and clear communication within a team will lead a great and zero per error team. Like that, the golden words we are using in a regular manner.
Okay, that's we can end the session. Thank you for the opportunity. We are expecting our leaders to be very strong. Tomorrow they should be running some companies. They should be CEOs. They should be GMs. There should be RMs. Opportunities are there. One thing we are confident that whoever is willing to grow, this is the platform. Odak is the platform. We are creating opportunities. We will give the right path for you. If you are willing to come forward, we are happy. We will give that right opportunity. Same way, whenever you have the concerns, we are ready to give possible solutions. If it is a manpower. If it is a process. If the client understanding having some issues, if you are not able to manage the clients, come to delivery lead. If delivery lead, if they are not able to solve, we are there. If we are busy, definitely we will come back. So that confidence we are giving. So as a leaders, be confident, improve your skills, have the clarity in your communication, go to next level. So every year you should analyze yourself. Last year I was there, this year I am there, whether I am grown or not. What should I do? Personal level also. Personal and professional, it is not two separate things actually. It is very much interconnected. Whatever you are doing for your personal, it will reflect in your personal, professional, personal things also. So whatever skills you are developing, it will help your personal life also. And the main important thing is enjoy the work and do that. Sometimes the bad mood will be there, pressures will be there, we will be sad. That is part and parcel. If you are doing for all the 365 days, something wrong. We should enjoy the work. We should enjoy speaking to my colleagues. We should enjoy speaking to the client. We should enjoy sending the reports. So bring that culture. If you are happily doing that, you will not feel bad. Most of the time, the stress or something is coming because we are not enjoying and but we are doing. That is called the stress is coming. Many people. Expert says that if you are enjoying and doing that, it is not stress. Whenever if you go for the play cricket and all, we will play for 4 hours, 5 hours. Correct now. There we will not feel that it is burden because we are enjoying that. If you are going for cinema 3 hours, 4 hours, we are spending. We will not feel tired because we are enjoying that. Same way, either enjoy that or you take a correct choice for you. For example, I'm not fit for this role. I'm not happy to do this inventory role, but I'm good in documentation. If I'm not good in documentation, go to pricing. That opportunity we are ready there. But don't say that I'm not ready to work, but I want to be comfortable. That is not possible because as an organization, it is a family, right? If we want to take care of all the 200 employees. We are responsible for that. We need to take it to 500, 6,000. There are dreams. We are building inch by inch. We are building that. So you are all part. You are the pillars, main pillars. You need to take Odak's culture into implementation. We made the culture. This is the culture. From our side, we are confident on that culture. But unless you are bringing that practice in your day-to-day life, that culture will not be there everywhere. So as the leaders, you need to take Odak's culture into implementation. Whether it is work-life balance, whether learning or growth, whether it is any other thing. Okay. So it is your duty to bring it to the practice. So with that, I'll end the session. If anything, anybody, otherwise we can close the call.
Before that, we will also have our feedback poll right now, KK. So if anyone has questions, please, you can ask.
I can put up mine as an example because I started with Navio, Malaysia. Then you gave an opportunity now to move to, because I started up with a 1-member team. I raised up that four-member team. Then one of my junior now become as a team leader, and I was moved to another project for the implementation stage. So I can expect that I will make more wonders over there. That's all. So the opportunities will be here. Definitely, all are please.
Yes, Mahesh. Definitely the opportunities will be there.